Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to where it is due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakwadash. Double honors as always to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone, who were well and who taught us the truth. Today's lesson is going to go into how, as you see on the screen, Isaiah 54:17, the weapons that is formed against us will not prosper. Because Esau is coming with a lot of agendas. They're coming with a lot of AI technology, but with their agenda that they're coming with, it will not succeed. As it says, the Lord disappointed the devices of the crafty. Let's get that. Job 5 and verse, Job 5:12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So let's get that word disappointed. In the Hebrew, each H6565, parar, to break, to frustrate, to make ineffectual. So the Lord's going to make ineffectual their devices. So anything that they're trying to come with, their NWO, their agenda, bringing all nations together under a one world government, one world order. And as they were speaking about it as well, Apostle Ramla, when they was live earlier today at the GMS Dallas camp, GMS Dallas camp. They were speaking about it, about what Elder Yashawamba was going into this morning with his news and prophecy. They're trying to circumvent AI to bring about, the NWO, the Tower of Babel, one world, language. And, that's what they're trying to come with. They're using AI to bring the languages together. Let's look that up real quick. Will AI be the bridge bringing all languages together? It says, yes, AI could become one of the biggest bridges between languages in human history, and we're already moving in that direction. So they're forwarding their agenda. They're continuing with their agenda, but the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua has different plans for them. He's not going to allow them to fulfill their enterprise, as it says in that Job 5:12. Break to bits, to shatter, to just like the Lord did during the Tower of Babel, and frustrated their plans during that time. The same thing is going to happen in this time. There is no new thing under the sun. That which then is now. They didn't succeed then. They're not going to succeed now. So again, Job 5:12, he disappointed the device of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Now let's see what that word perform says. Cannot perform. So this is what they want to perform their enterprise. H6213. Aisha. And it says to accomplish, to fashion, to produce, to act with effect. But the Lord said that he's going to make it ineffectual. They want to bring into effect their plans, but the Lord is going to make it ineffectual. To produce, to acquire. They want to acquire their enterprise. That's what it says on the back of their dollar bill, man. Nuet Soeptus, I believe, going into he favors our enterprise. But their Lord does not favor your enterprise. It's like got some noise on. It's like but that's what we're seeing, man. They're trying to come forth with their enterprise, They got it on the back of their dollar bill. They got Novos Ordo Seclorum, which means New World Order. On the back of the dollar bill, they got Nueptis Sueptis. Nuet is Sueptis on the back of the dollar bill as well, which again means he favors our enterprise. But you're not going to be able to perform and complete your enterprise, man. To execute. So let's go back to this real quick. It says the key difference from traditional translation is that AI can eventually make language barrier almost invisible. This is what they want. This, and it says that we're already moving towards that. Like, definitely, if you want more detail on it, listen to the Elder Yaswamba's News and Prophecy lesson that he just put up. Going into they're trying to circumvent with AI. Let's just go to it real quick. Got where is that? Right. Remnant Saved 144. Let's do this. News and Prophecy. Can AI circumvent the scattering of Babel? History repeats itself. So history does repeat itself. Then he got the definition of circumvent in the comment section. To circumvent means to find a clever, sneaky, or legal way to get around a rule, problem, or physical barrier. Again, language is a physical barrier. A physical barrier instead of dealing with it directly. So they're trying to get around it using AI. They it was going into the lesson that he did, which was a very beautiful and powerful lesson. As always, subscribe and be edified. Going into, they want AI to be an agent and not a tool. And he even asked it as well. What does it mean to be an agent rather than a tool? Let's see if it does the same thing that it did for Elder Yaswamba. So, to be an agent rather than a tool means the system goes from waiting for you to tell it exactly what to do to working toward a goal on your behalf. So they want AI to work right alongside them, man. Making it was, of course, again he goes into it deeper as well. It says simple example tool. You translate this paragraph into Spanish. AI translates it. It doesn't decide what happens next. An agent would be, help me communicate with this Spanish-speaking customer. The AI might translate your message, understand the customer's response, figure out what information they're asking for, draft a response, check the relevant information, follow up when necessary, keep the conversation moving toward the goal. So it's continual. You don't have to wait. Okay, well, let's wait for it to translate. So it's a continuous momentum of translation and getting the language. It's like having a conversation right in front of you without having to wait. Well, let me just see what this translate to real quick, and then I have to type it out, get a translation back to you. No, it's going to make it more smoother for communication. Again, so I don't want to go too deep into this because this isn't the main aspect of the lesson. But again, definitely listen like this. Soldiers of Yahweh. Why y'all saw heavy video Zaquan, man, when the scripture says his heart is deep, man, his heart is deep. He has a lot of plans. He has a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word. He has a lot of plans and he has a lot of agendas, for lack of better terms, that he wants to get in place. And that's what it says in Psalm, the 2nd chapter. Let's get what that brother had on. Heart is deep. Let's see if we can find it like that. So, Psalm 64 and verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. So that's the beautiful part about it, because we have Yahweh Shem Yahushai on our side. Man, forget what Esau got going on. We have the Lord on our side. The Lord is on my side. What can man do unto me? Man, do not donut. Let's see, Psalm 56 and verse 11. There's a few. In the Most High have I put my trust. I will not be afraid what man can do unto me. Psalm 118 and verse 6. The Lord Yahweh is on my side. I will not fear what can man do unto me, because they are mere mortals and not God. They're not the Most High, as it reads in Matthew the 10th chapter and the 28th verse, going into fear not him who is able to destroy the body, but fear him who is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. That's who we're fearing, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So let's go back to that Psalm 2 now. Psalm 2 and 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? They're like a vain, and what they're coming with is very vain. You get that word vain, a vain thing. H7385. Rayach, or not Rayach, but Rayaqua. Rayaqua. With a Q, Rayaq. Emptiness, vanity, empty, idle, vain, to no purpose, worthless. So what they're imagining is very wasteful, man. Verse 2: the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord Yahweh and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. And this is the inward thoughts that they have, man. You know, as it reads in Psalms as well, their inward thought of their houses that continue forever. This is their mindset. This is what they have plans, and this is what they want. Also read Wisdom of Solomon, the second chapter, man. Verse 3. Verse 4. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, the Lord shall have them in derision. So the Lord's going to have you in derision. He's going to laugh at you. We're going to laugh at you, man. In the NLT verse 2, it says, the kings of the earth prepare for battle. The rulers plot together against the Lord Yahweh and against his anointed one. Let us break their chains, they cry, and free ourselves from the slavery to the Most High. So they want to be free. They want a one world order, one world government. They want to be God. They want to play God. They want to be the highest. Bring all people, all languages, all religions together. Bring all currency together under one system. This is what they're coming with, and this is what John the Revelator saw, man. We're right there. As it says in verse 5 in the NLT, then in anger he rebukes them, terrifying them with his fierce fury. For the Lord declares, I have placed my chosen king on the throne in Jerusalem on my holy mount. So the Lord is bringing forth that judgment. He will not allow them to fulfill their wicked desires that they have, man. He will not allow them to get us either. What is that? Isaiah 54. Not 54. What was I thinking? Is it 49 and 19? Over, under 50. I think it's under. It might be over. Isaiah. I'll try one more, and then we'll look it up. Yeah, 19. Slog, bear with me. What's up, man? Slog, yeah, I'm gonna have to come back in probably like 5 minutes. I gotta get away from this dude, and I'll. All right, I'm back. But anyways, like I was going into Isaiah 59 and verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. So all these devices and agendas that they got coming towards, mainly speaking about the elect of the nation of Israel, the Lord is not going to allow them to get all of us. He may, some of us may, Lord will not be part of the elect. Some of us may be martyred for the truth, but the Lord is not going to allow him to get all of us. The Lord is going to lift up that standard, spiritual power, and so on and so forth, man. And if you don't believe that, then there's plenty of other YouTube videos that you can listen to. But that's our belief, that the Lord is going to lift up that standard and help us out on that day. The Lord was with the men of the Lord of old, and we can read these scriptures, Romans 15 and verse 4, and know and have faith that the Lord will be with us, however that may be in that day. Romans 15 and 4, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So it's lucky for the road noise. I'm right next to this road. Had to get away from that dude. He's trying to talk my head off. But we have hope, man. We have hope, and we believe that in that day the Lord is going to be with us, no matter what may be set in front of us, and no matter what agendas this individual Esau Edom has coming for us. The Lord is going to be with us. All his wicked devices. 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. 2 Corinthians 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We're not ignorant of his devices. We know what they have schemed. We know what they're planning. And the Lord is not going to allow them to deceive us. Not one member of the elect will fall to the devices and be deceived by Esau's devices. The Lord is going to be with us. And speaking about so, first and foremost, we must believe that the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai is going to be with us. Because Esau, again, is coming with a lot of dangerous, apparatuses. He's coming with very dangerous tools, very dangerous weapons, utensils, and information, and so on and so forth, AI. And we will need divine intervention in that day. They're getting everything set in place, put in order for the final stage of their NWO. But again, the Lord will disappoint the devices of the crafty. This is so going into, I want to get that, because we got that devices of the crafty that it disappointed. See if there's any more in that they cannot perform their enterprise. Verse 13, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. Now let's get that word is carried headlong. Mahar, H41:16. Mahar, to hasten, to be hurried. So it's going to be hurried. It says in a good or bad sense. So the Lord's going to make them hurry in a bad sense, to where now they're stumbling, they're tripping, they're following upon their own feet. And then, like it says in Revelation 12 and 12, that he coming down with great wrath, because he know that he had but a short time. Speedily. So the Lord's going to make it to where they got to make haste. And then in the NLT it says that their cunning schemes are thwarted. Verse 14, they meet with darkness. Do not disturb his own. Don't know why I'm getting notifications. It says they meet with darkness in the daytime, and grope in the noonday as in the night. But he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty. So the Lord's going to save us and rescue us from the powerful. They're the ones who have the power right now, as it reads in Job 9 and 12, 9 and 24. Excuse me. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the face of the judge thereof, not worrying who is he. So he's the one who has the power. He's the one in rulership today. But the Lord is going to save us and rescue us from the sword. Which, who was given the sword? Esau, Edom. Save us from the wicked, which is thy sword. So you just got to continue, man. Again, Psalm 17 and verse 13. Arise, O Lord Yahweh. There's that word disappoint. Disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So the Lord is going to be with us, man. Again, that word disappoint. Let's see this word. So yeah, this word for disappoint is H6923, quadum, to meet, to come, to be in front, to confront. So the Lord is we're casting all of our care upon the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua, and he's going to be the one to execute judgment for us. He's going to be the one to go out in front of us. He's the one who's going to be, our shade, our protector from the wind, from the flood. He's we're going to be standing behind the Lord. Our Father. Father, he did it. He did it. We're going to be pointing our finger at Esau. He did it. Get him, Pops. Get him, Dad. And the Lord is going to get him. We're seeing it right now that the Lord is bringing forth judgment. And, bro, they're not going to fulfill their enterprise, man. Best believe that. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, it's already written. It's already written. Job 5. Verse 16 in the NLT. And so at last the poor have hope, and the snapping jaws of the wicked are shut. So the Lord is going to be with us, man. The Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua is hope. We were so long without hope, but now the Lord has opened our eyes to hope. He has opened our eyes to faith. And the Lord will have mercy, man, as long as you're doing what is required of you. Let's see. I gotta go back in the front. It's too hot back here. Slovakia. I was trying to do it. I didn't want to listen to that road, but I'm about to end it off here soon. Finish up plantation. Get this real quick. Rain it upon him. And get this, and then Isaiah 54. Job 20, verse 23. Yeah, we'll get the point. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So the Lord's about to rain upon him that destruction, man. You're not going to be able to fully complete it, but they are coming with this wicked agenda, man. Weak ass forward. So the Lord is coming with a very harsh judgment for these people, man, because they are a very prideful people. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Countenance. Not countenances. Psalm 10 and verse 1. 2. Psalm 10 and 2. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. So they're going to be caught in their own evil plans, man. They're going to be caught in their own plans. They're going to step in their own trap, man. Verse 3, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire. One word order, one word government, one word language, one word everything. Surveillance, AI, robots. This is their heart's desire, man. This is what they want. Why am I on D&D and I'm getting notifications? I got to cut that out. It says, For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blessed the covetous. Who's the covetous? Let's get that. Let's get the word covetous. To gain wrongfully. Let's see what it says in the NLT. Because this is what the wicked do, man. Verse 3, for they brag about their evil desires, they praise the greedy. Good job, yeah. I like the way you seduced those Israelites, man. I like the way. Now can you give me a gift? Can you gift me a slave now? This is their mindset, man. They praise the greedy and curse the Lord Yahweh. This is their mindset. And what does it say? Verse 4. And back in the KJV, the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. His ways are grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth. For all his enemies, he puffeth at them. In the NLT it says that yet they succeed in everything they do. They do not see your punishment awaiting them. They sneer at all their enemies. Verse 6 in the NLT, they think nothing bad will ever happen to us. We will be free of trouble forever. Their mouths are full of cursing, lies, and threats. Trouble and evil are on the tip of their tongues. This is the mindset of the wicked, man. Nothing is going to happen. We're going to be able to achieve our agenda. The Lord is continuing to harden their hearts and let them actually believe that they're about to complete this, man. They don't see the punishments waiting, man. And the Lord is about to bring forth that judgment, man. Through the Spirit of Yahweh. So let's end it off right here in Isaiah 54 and verse 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. Now let's get that word weapon. No weapon. H3627. Kalaya. Article. Vessel. Implement. Utensil. Apparatus. Now when you get that word apparatus, it says right here, something prepared, i.e. any apparatus as an implement, utensil, dress, vessel, or weapon. Now when you get that word apparatus now, the definition, apparatus, it says equipment, instrument, tool, machine, mechanism, device, contraption, hardware, machinery, AI, man. So AI is not going to be able to be prosperous and against us. It says equipment as well. It says gadgetry, instrument, tool. What else? What else are they using as an instrument, as a tool? The MOTV that will not prosper. That will not any weapon that is because it's not because the weapons that they're bringing forward. AI is not for us. AI is against us. The MOTB, one world order, one world government, one world language, one world currency, the mark of the beast, digital currency, and so on and so forth, is not for us. It is against us. Everything that we're seeing being formed before our very eyes is not for us. It is against us. And it also says right here, number 2, an apparatus of government, structure, system, framework, organization, chain of command, setup, network. So the system that they're coming with is not for us. The system that we're seeing being formed before our very eyes is not for us, but it is against us. So again, apparatus. Right here it says 2, a complex structure within an organization or system. So what? So the MOTB, the one world order, one world government, the machinery, the technicalities of it is not for us. It is not being formed for us, but against us, and it will not prosper. Isaiah 54 and 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. And every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the saints, of the servants of the Lord Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord Yahweh. So that is our inheritance. Lord willing, we be part of the elect. That's our inheritance. That's what we are looking forward to. That nothing that they are coming, nothing that they are forming, nothing that they are preparing and putting into place is not going to prosper against us. It will fail, and the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai will make sure it fails, as in the times of old. So that is our heritage. And what is the heritage of the wicked? I believe it's Job, the elder got it. Job 20, verse 29. It says, this is verse 28, the increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from the Most High, and the heritage appointed unto him by the Most High. So this is your heritage. This is your inheritance. Inheritance as well. I think there's another one in Job earlier in the chapter that the elder got. Let's see. So it might have been this that he got here. See the other one. Job 27 and verse let me see. That was really the point. I don't want to make it longer than what it needs to be. I need to finish up work anyway. So, yeah, man, the agenda that they're coming with, the weapons that they're coming with, the order and the enterprise that they're coming with will not prosper against us, but it will fail. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the spirit, to the body, to the fold. Before I end it off, I'd like to give all praise, honor, glory to where it's due to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Chakwadash, and double honors. As always, to the apostles, bishops, elders, the great